Guys, yeah, back later with another video this week, and we are going to be looking at how to 3-star your tier 10 gold orb challenges. We're going to be taking a look at that later. Right before that, we're going to quickly look at the characters that we need. So for that specific challenge, you'll need to have a set of defenders, and again, Luke Cage, he's going to be your man to taunt and to basically buff everybody up. This is great. His one skill allows regeneration to all the allies, and then again his unbreakable allows defense up, which is going to make everybody very, very durable. And he's going to give out extra energy as well to random allies. And again, Iron Fist, obviously another necessity for this. He's going to be the main source of heals. So again, his second ability, he can heal, and it's going to be all city heroes, so it doesn't necessarily need to be defenders, but again, city-based heroes. And again, his passive is great for alliance wars as well when you spawn, and especially with defending teams, just that 40% chance. I've maxed that out because of the fact that it just gives you that extra cushion that you need. And of course, his Iron Fist attack. Jessica Jones, again, she is going to be your source of debuffs, so taking off all those negatives. The defenders really lacks that aspect in their teams where they can take debuffs. So again, you're definitely going to need her in this. And again, she's great. Her passive allows the other defenders for more extra resistance, and on top of that, it gives it to herself as well. And you want to make sure her third skill is also really good too for taking down debuffs, especially with taunts. Daredevil, really, really good source of damage as well. He's going to give everybody 2 turns of counter. This is really, really great, especially for when you're up against Mordu in this challenge. So I'll show you guys that up right away here. And again, Brawl does a decent amount of damage in chains, so it's great. And again, when he is with other defenders, they get extra dodge chance and speed. So again, you want to make sure they're with defenders. And last but not least, our 5th character, we are going to be looking at Punisher. So again, another source of damage just like Daredevil, and you want to make sure you guys can get him on the team here. He's paired well with Daredevil because of the fact that when Daredevil gets attacked, and if Punisher is nearby, he gets that additional couple hits. And again, if you got city heroes, this is really handy because again, it does more damage against villains, which works out great because of the fact that you are going to be up against quite a few villains. And again, with other city heroes, they gain that extra damage. City heroes gain quite a bit more damage, which really helps out with in terms of getting your DPS out here. And again, my Punisher is a bit low, but he will be ready for whatever his needs are, because this is a fairly easy challenge. I believe the challenge asks for all level 70 gear tier 12 or 13 or something like that, and then they also want you to have level 4 red star orbs. Again, we don't need that. You just need a good set of defenders. And again, you want to make sure you can get Luke Cage on the far right side there, so that way when there's damage being dealt, the damage is away from the other guys. And again, you want to protect Punisher as much as you can since he is very squishy. So I put him to the far left with Daredevil, and I put Luke on the far right there. So again, that's the setup I've gone with. And yeah, so again, we're going to start the round off. We're going to make sure we can get that counter attack on, because again, when Mordu hits his AoE, he is going to get burned. Oh, getting a few messages here. My apologies, you guys. And again, we are just going to, let's see here. We are just going to dish out some damage. And again, this is what we're waiting for. When Mordu activates his AoE heal block, all the counterattacks that we basically stored up right now is going to basically take him right out. So again, he is going to get annihilated. And once that happens, the shield security should pop his taunt up as well, since a hero or an ally was reduced less than 50%. So again, there's that passive that Iron Fist has, which is really, really handy, but we got the heal block on, so again, that doesn't help us. But again, as you can see, it's really great for Alliance Wars, especially if you can't finish off a battle, and you have to go back into another fight with it. Especially if you're attacking defenders, it's just so tedious and it's annoying. So again, you want to make sure you can level that up and orange start as fast as you can, so that way you can get that final level unlocked, because it really helps out with Alliance Wars. And again, we're just going to pop his second to do a little bit of AoE and get rid of that block, or that reflect. And what we're going to do is here, we're going to hit up the taunt to get some protection here for Punisher. And again, we want to make sure he's protected. He is like pretty much your main source of damage here, along with Daredevil. So you want to make sure these two guys aren't killed off. If they do end up getting knocked out, I would suggest I've tried this build as well by taking out Daredevil and or not Daredevil, Punisher, and actually throwing in Night Nurse just for a little more durability for some heals, and it's worked out as well. It just doesn't. The damage is definitely needing some love there. So make sure if you guys are doing that, you can make sure that Daredevil and Iron Fist are well leveled up as well, so they can they can dish out that damage. Sorry about that. So now what we want to do is we want to take out Doctor Strange, because again, we don't want him reviving other allies. So we're gonna try to take him out here. And again, as you can see, Punisher's really low on health, so you want to make sure you can heal him up when you can. Let's see. We're gonna just quickly. What do we want to do here? Yeah, we're gonna hit defense up, because again, we want to make sure he doesn't get knocked out here. And the nice thing about defense up there is it also has an auto hit with it as well. So again, next wave, and now we just got to make sure we clear out this wave. Pyro is extremely dangerous, so we want to make sure we take him out here as well. And there we have it. Iron Fist is passive, really shines there. And now we've got his knockout punch. So what we're going to do is we are going to take out Pyro just to get rid of that. We don't want him burning and spraying all his bleed on us, because again, it's very dangerous. On top of that, he can block the heals as well. So we're just going to take him out so we don't have to worry about it. You can also take out Punisher and put in Spider-Man as well. Spider-Man's quite good as well in terms of knocking their defense down, and he can also stun. So that might also be an alternative if you guys don't have any. If you guys have a weak Punisher, or you don't have one that's leveled up quite yet. I know a lot of people have already leveled up Spider-Man to 7 stars because he was one of the earliest characters. So again, that's the alternative as well. Otherwise, Night Nurse works well too if you guys are noticing that you aren't getting enough heals in, and it's just really hurting. But again, we're going to heal here, even though it's a bit blocked. We're going to try to take out Sentry. And again, resist, because Jessica Jones has that awesome resistance. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to everybody's pretty much stealthed, as you can tell. So I'm just going to take out the Sentry. Otherwise, I would have taken out Scarlet, since she does have less health. And she does get a little dangerous too, especially when she gets her reflect and her ult, which basically spreads and increases the amount of debuff duration on us. So we want to make sure we can take her out as soon as we can. And this is pretty much like I said already. It's pretty easy once I found the breaking point to be when my Iron Fist was still when his passive was still I believe level 4. So when you get up to level 5, that's when you need the orange abilities materials to gear it up. But again, I noticed that once you bump it up, his passive goes from like 10% to like 40. It really helped out with the heals. So again, you want to make sure you can bump this up. That's pretty much the sure way to 3-star this. You can still 2-star. Don't get me wrong. I was 2-starring this all the time. I just got sick of it, and I figured, oh god, I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And I noticed that my characters were dealing enough damage, but they weren't getting enough heals. So then I started looking at my Iron Fists, and I can level up his heal as well now, but I don't need to. I know after that, after I leveled up his passive, easy peasy. I mean, holy crap, he just keeps healing. It's really great too, not just for this specific challenge, but for the raids as well, and for Alliance Wars. So make sure you guys do that up. So again, here we are, 3-starring it up, and again, that way you can maximize your gold, especially right now with all the Captain Marvel challenges or milestones, and you want to be getting in as much cash as you can, and that way you can blow it up, and then you can get those extra pieces unlocked. Otherwise, thanks for watching, you guys, and happy gaming.